Hey guys, this is LLC's Fantastic Plastic back again with another Voyager not custom build. What is it? Customer build. Client build. Something along those lines. Anyway, just another little update. In here, I've now got some LEDs in place which work really well. I need to get that, push that down there and push that down there. And I still need to get this all sorted out and flattened down properly, but I thought I'd give it a little shot to see what it looks like when it is all lit up. Let's get that in there like that. There we go. Negative. And the positive. There we go. Okay. It's actually lighting up really nicely, and underneath as well. I think it's coming along really good. Just with putting the lights down at the bottom here, all of these lights are lighting up really nice, and I'm really pleased with that. Really pleased. So that's those lights. Now something else I have been working on, and this is just 5 volts by the way. Using a 5-volt LED ribbon tape that I purchased, it's working wonderfully. It is, and it's quite bright as well. It's a lot brighter than I expected it to be. But still, it's getting all good. I mean, this layer of paint here still needs a bit of a sand just to smooth it all out, because it's quite rough in places. So I need to just smooth it out. Where some super glue has nicked off of places, I need to get that done as well, and give a bit of a sand up here where some super glues, it's just not right. So I'll need to fix all of that. What else is there on here? As I say, the underneath again is lighting up really nicely as well. Now let me just undo these. Now what I'm using for the lights on here are these kind of LEDs. Come to Papa. They're 1.8mm and they've got like a domed top. Okay. So the reason I put this on here is because I had to flatten it out a little bit, but they're gonna go in there and push up. Oh, that one should push up, it used to. That one is, there we go. And I don't know if you can see that way, there. It's just ever so slightly sticking up, ever so slightly, and that's what I want, where it's just ever so slightly sticking up, just so we can see it. Now talking about these, I mean that's what I'm going to use on the saucer. Obviously on the rear engine section I'm going to have to use my SMDs, because there's not a lot of space in the back for these flashing lights or everything in the back there. But something I did want to show you and talk about. I decided to play with the arduino, yes, yesterday, and it took about 4 hours. Now I'm going to post links in the description of the places that I used to be able to get this done. But effectively I used the arduino. Where's the arduino, just in case you didn't know what it looked like. Yeah, here we go. The arduino Uno. Obviously this is by Elegoo, but it's pretty much the same thing. Plug it into the computer and you can then use sketches to copy onto here that you can then burn onto like a tiny T85 chip or a tiny T85 chip. It's one of those anyway, right there. And that's what I've done with this. Okay. And I was originally going to do this with an Arduino Nano, which is basically this, smaller size but about half the size, so it's about like that. That's what I was originally going to use. But then I remembered I had some of these AT Tiny, that's what they're called, AT Tiny 85 chips. So I thought, oh, I know what I'll do. I shall give that a shot. And a shot I did give it. So one of the places I used was a guy on YouTube called Long Neck Ostrich. I used parts 2 and 3 of his playlist regarding the Arduino for Starships. And there was another place that I went to, which I believe was something else. I can't remember what the site is right now, but I'll link it in the post. Where I got a pulsing, a fade pulsing thing going on for one of the LEDs. Because what I want to do is we've got our white LED here, which is very difficult for you to see. So I'm gonna let's bring this up here. So we've got our white LED here is for the strobe, red and green are for the flashing navigation lights, and this red is what's going to pulse, and it's going to be signifying the impulse engines on the wings of Voyager. So that's what that's all about. And the long neck ostrich, one of the, well, I can't remember his bloody name now, long neck ostrich, he done the navigation of here. I mean, he goes through the whole refit enterprise, which I'm going to be doing for my big refit enterprise as well, and I'm going to be doing all of that. But I just wanted to use the navigation part and the strobe part of his thing, which is on part 2. And in part 3, he tells you how to put that onto this AT Tiny 85 chip. Okay? But on the other site that I was looking at, I found about the pulsing fading LED, and I had to try and incorporate that into my Arduino, into the sketch for the thing. It took me about 4 hours to figure it out. But, oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. That was me mummy, and you got to speak to your mummies. Right, so, and as I was saying, the other guy had the pulse fading effect for that I wanted to use for the impulse engines on Voyager, and I managed to put that in. As I said, it took me about 4 hours to get it to work. It finally worked, and I've then managed to put it onto this little chip, the AT Tiny 85 chip right here. When I do the big enterprise, I will go through how I use the Arduino and how to do it. But the best place to go is long ostrich long neck on YouTube. Go to his playlist and go through there. Absolutely brilliant. But let's show you what this is going to look like. So we got to our negative, and again, what's even better about this, right? The LEDs will obviously have to have resistors on. Okay, so the white resistor's got 150 ohm, I believe. The green has got 150. The red, though, I'm having to use a 470 ohm resistor because that's the only one that would work on it, because it was too bright compared to all the others. But the impulse engine I've left with 150 ohm because I want that fairly bright but not too bright. So let's plug it in and you can see what I'm talking about. There you go. So here we've got the pulse for the impulse engine, where it's pulsing colour. I think that's going to look really, really nice. We've got a red and green that are roughly about the same brightness now, flashing away. And then obviously we've got our strobe, which is going to be going pretty much down the middle of the Voyager. These are going to be going on the ends. So if we look at their Starship here, we're going to have a white there, which is the white strobe, one there, and one all the way out the back. So sorry, that was one there, one there. The red and the green are going to be on here and here, and obviously on the back as well, on the warp nacelles. And the impulse engine is obviously going to be on the wings of the Voyager, and that's where that is going to be. And what's even good about this, because these are running off their own resistors, I'm only running it on 5 volts. When I put this onto a PCB board, which is, just in case you don't know, something like that, I am only going to need a small little piece just to hold the chip, and then all I would need to do is solder the wires onto it, some wires onto it where it's going to go, and obviously the power obviously coming off the chip as well, and it'll be powered by 5 volts. So the chip itself doesn't need anything else. It doesn't. It's pretty much as is. So I'm really chuffed with that. I'm really looking forward to getting it all up and running and done. So guys, there you go. That's just a little quick update on what I've done with there we go. What I've done with the Arduino, and to make a little thing there, and it's gonna look absolutely awesome in the ship. And I'm thinking of doing another code as well for my TOS Enterprise, for the flashing in these as well. I may use that, but I can't remember how I done the what they call the impulse engines on the TOS Enterprise, so I may have to forego the pulsing engine. But now I've got that sketch already written out, I can then just use more of these onto whatever other builds I decide to do in the future. Yes indeedy. So there you go guys, and Mr. Ian, I'm hoping you're liking this, and it's going to look absolutely awesome even. So I will see you guys in the next Voyager update. You take care of yourselves. Goodbye now.